Hello everyone, welcome to Learn ECM. In today's video, we will try to understand OpenText Content Server mobile architecture. So as we know, like most of the applications nowadays are available in mobile apps. Most of the businesses have their own business available via an app. So OpenText has also done similar. So they also have an app to access their ECM solution that is Content Server. So today we will see like how to set up the infrastructure and what are the different components that are involved from overall architecture perspective, and then we will see from high level what are the installation steps that one needs to perform to set up Content Server mobile. So before we start, standard disclaimer. So this video is based on my understanding and it's not an official video from OpenText. So please check official documentation for any implementation purposes. So this video is only for educational purpose. Having said that, let's start with our today's video, Content Server mobile implementation and architecture. First of all, we need to understand what are the different components that are involved in this setup. So first we have AppWork Gateway. So we will see like what this AppWork Gateway is, but like different components involves. With this AppWork Gateway involves OpenJDK, so that is the Java, or we can have a JDK from Oracle as well. But so there are two versions of JDK that AppWork Gateway server supports. One is the OpenJDK, that is the freeware, but the JDK that is the now licensed from Oracle. Then for web server we will use Tomcat. So we have these two components along with our AppWork Gateway server. Then we have CS Mobile Application Bundle. So this we need to install on AppWorks Gateway. Then we have CS Mobile app itself, so that we will install on our Android or iOS devices. Then we need our Content Server installation, to which all these components will connect. Then we need a database server for hosting AppWork Gateway's table. And then we need OTDS or OpenText Directory Services for authentication. So these are the different components that we will see today, and these are involved for any mobile implementation. Now let's look each of these components in little more detail. So first is the AppWorks Gateway server components. So what is AppWork Gateway? So AppWork Gateway acts as a proxy server and allows the Content Server mobile app to communicate securely with Content Server. So we do not want users directly connecting to our Content Server application via mobile apps. So in between we have this AppWork Gateway. So it helps with multiple activities. So first is the security. So it acts as a proxy. Also it helps in segregating the mobile part of the Content Server, wherein we can keep track of users activity. We can even perform management activities like cleaning up mobile devices, etc. So this acts as a middleware between Content Server and the actual app. So what are the different components that are involved here? So here we have OpenJDK, Tomcat, then the AppWork Gateway itself, and then we also need to install CS Mobile Application. So all of this together will be called as an AppWork Gateway server. So we need an external facing URL like https mcs.xyz.com for HTTP communication. So if we are planning for this HTTPS, we also need to install the certificates on this server, and this URL should be accessible over internet so that user can connect to this server from their mobile devices. So this is the first component which comprises of OpenJDK, Tomcat, AppWorks Gateway and CS Mobile Application. Now let's look at the next component. So next component is Content Server itself. So this we know. If you have seen my previous videos, like how a Content Server architecture is defined. So here we have like front end, back end servers. All are connected through a load balancer, which is accessible through a URL. So we will need this URL so that we can link our AppWorks Gateway to our Content Server. So this is the Content Server component. The next is the OTDS. So again we need the URL like https / so whatever is the URL through which we can access the OTDS. So we need that during our installation process. So this again will be used for authentication purpose. So there can be multiple ways through which we can authenticate mobile users. So one is like directly through OTDS inbuilt authentication, or if you want to use other authentication mechanisms like SAML or Windows authentication. So those are implemented using OTDS itself, and AppWorks will communicate with OTDS to do all those authentications. And this OTDS, let's say, can be connected to an Active Directory or an LDAP for synchronizing the user, where the organizations have maintained their user base. So this also should be accessible over internet. So if we are planning for a deployment wherein users should be able to access this app over internet, then our OTDS installation should also be accessible for users to do the authentication. Now let's move on to the next component. So now we need a database. So when we install AppWorks, it creates its own tables. So for that we need a separate schema. So we need a separate user and a schema. So user will be the owner of this particular schema for AppWorks. We can create a separate schema in content server database as well, or we can even use a separate database altogether. So before installing, we will need a server name, database name, and the database user details that we are going to use for our AppWorks gateway installation. So this is the third component, third major component that we need to consider for our architecture. Now let's look at the overall architecture for this implementation. So we have seen like different components. Now let's see how they fit together. We have AppWorks gateway server in middle. So users will connect from their mobile application to this AppWorks gateway server. So we have one example here. So example URL is mentioned here. So https mcs.xyz.com. So let's say this is the server URL through which we can access our AppWorks gateway. So this URL will be configured in the mobile app, and through the app users will connect to our AppWorks gateway server, which will host the CS mobile application. Then we can see it will communicate with the content server through the content server URL. So there is a setting where we will configure the content server URL so that it can communicate with it. Also it will communicate with the OTDS server for authentication purpose, which in turn will connect with the Active Directory or LDAP. And this AppWorks gateway server is again connected to the database server, where it stores all the settings and other information. So this is the architecture that works behind the scenes when we have this implementation, and with this implementation user will be able to access the content server in their mobile apps. So they will be able to perform various actions like adding their documents, deleting, then accessing their assignments, workflow steps. So there are various activities that they can perform. Few things that we need to consider here is we need to ensure that communication happens over the secure HTTPS protocol, and we have all the certificates installed on AppWorks gateway as well as on OTDS and content server servers, so that there is no communication error or certificate error while these components communicate with each other. Otherwise we might get different errors during our setup process. Now let's look at the high level installation process. So let's say we want to set up content server mobile. So first thing that we need to do is we need to create an empty database schema and user to be used for AppWorks gateway. So that will be our first step. Then we need to make sure that we have the OTDS and the CS information ready during installation. Third would be to configure OpenJDK and then install Tomcat and deploy AppWorks on the AppWorks server. So we need a VM where we will configure this OpenJDK. Then we will configure our Tomcat. We will then deploy the AppWorks application. So this we will get from the OpenText. So once we get that software, we need to deploy that on Tomcat. So Tomcat will act as a web server for this AppWorks. So once we have deployed it there, the next step is to configure certificate details. So if we are using this HTTPS communication, then we need to install the certificates in Tomcat. Then we can start with our installation process. So first we need to do is to connect our database with the AppWorks server. So that will be our fifth step. Once we connect our AppWorks to the database, then we need to provide the OTDS server details. so that it can connect with our OTDS. So once that is done, it will create a partition and a new resource in our OTDS itself. So once we do this step, it will create that OTag partition, or like we can customize the name if we want. So once that is done, we need to go to the OTDS configuration and we need to configure this partition, access roles and authentication for our this new OTag resource. So for example, we can add our normal OT admin user in this OTag admin user group. Then we need to add the partitions like our normal content server user partitions who will have access to this mobile app, so that when they authenticate through the mobile app, they will be able to authenticate. So we need to add those partition in the access role for OTag. So there are these configurations that we need to perform. Once that is done, we need to install and enable the CS mobile app bundle. So this again we need to get from OpenText, and we need to install this app on the AppWorks server. So it will be a zip file which we need to install. After that, we need to configure content server as a proxy on AppWorks. So this is how it will be able to connect with our content server. So we need to use OpenText content server mobile template. So it is already there in the configuration. So we just need to select this template and provide the content server URL. So once that is done, we just need to review the setting and the authentication mechanism that we want to use here. So there are different authentication mechanism which we can use. We need to make sure that the URL for our AppWorks as well as OTDS is correct. Then we can install the apps and configure the AppWorks server URL in our mobile apps. It can be Android app or iOS app. So once that is done, we can connect our mobile app through content server, and we should be able to access our content server in our mobile app. So these are the high level installation process that one needs to follow for installing AppWorks gateway and the mobile implementation as a whole. More information can be found in the Knowledge Center. So from there we can see like what are the exact installation steps and the detailed configurations. That's all we wanted to cover today. So we have seen the architecture and seen like how the AppWorks gateway is used for implementing mobile access for our content server. And we have also seen like what are the high level installation steps that one need to follow for implementing it. So thanks everyone for watching this video. Hope you like it. If you like it, please subscribe and share it with your friends. And with that, have a nice day. Thank you.